In this 2-minute tips, I'm going to be talking about stupid whammy tricks. Sometimes you hear it called a whammy bar, sometimes you hear it called a tremolo. It's actually called a vibrato bar because vibrato, we're changing the actual pitch of the notes. Now this guitar is equipped with a Floyd Rose, meaning that it's locked at both ends. There's actually a locking mechanism here and a locking mechanism where the strings are actually locked into the bridge. And that makes the tuning really stable. I can beat the crap out of the bar and it's going to stay in tune. If you did this with any standard tremolo, you'd probably knock it out of tune pretty easily. So some of the things that I was doing there, and I mean obviously it was making a lot of noise. I'm sure the neighbors and the dogs in the neighborhood love it, but essentially what I'm doing is using the eccentricities of this tremolo system, vibrato system, to make all kinds of ridiculous noises. And you probably, if you listen to any hair metal, you've heard these tricks done a million times. But of course there is the dive bomb, where you take a note and bend it down to oblivion. Until the strings are completely slack. Some of the other things that I'm doing, doing harmonic bends. So starting out with a note, taking it all the way down, and then bring it. Or bending chords. Or just bending licks as you're playing. Now, because the way this bridge system is designed, it's kind of in balance. There's springs in the back of the guitar that work against the tension of the strings, and when it's set up properly and fully floating, it's actually right there in balance, and as a result you can actually flick these things and you'll get these weird vibratos. Depending on how yours is set up. Mine, I don't have too much travel going backwards, but the more backwards and forwards movement you have, the more extreme you can get some of these effects. Now, is it musical? That's up to debate. Is it show-offy or flashy? Well, that's what it's really all about, and that's why it was so popular during the over-the-top hair metal days. But there are some things that you can do with this in a tasteful way that can add some vocal-like qualities to your solos. So I've talked about bends before. If you haven't watched any of my bends videos, I'll have those in the links below. But I can be playing and use this as a way to bend to and away from notes. If you want to see the master of this, go check out Jeff Beck. He is the master of the vibrato bar and how lyrical and melodic he is when he's playing and using this. So just here's an example. I'm going to do A minor pentatonic, the guitar's favorite key. But if I'm playing something fairly straight, I can add a lot of these vibratos. Another one to check out is Steve Vai. He's really good and pioneered some of these techniques, especially the flicking of the vibrato bar to get that kind of warbly sound. So those of you that have a Floyd Rose style bridge, or if you have a regular bridge, you can still do a lot of these things. You just can't do them to the extreme that you can with the Floyd Rose. But it's something to kind of check out and experiment with. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and you can be notified of when I post new content. And until next time, keep practicing.